Hello everyone and welcome to day 8 for Vlogmas. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on a roll. 8 days already down. That is 1/3 down. I know that because I'm a math teacher, and today I want to try something a little different. I'm going to be doing reactions to teacher memes. I saw Dr. Mike do some reactions to doctor memes and I was cracking up, so I thought it was really funny. So I don't know, I'll try to see if I can do like a side-by-side where you can see the meme and then I'm also like right here. So maybe I should stand a little bit to the side. I don't know, I haven't done like video like this in a long time, but anyways, let's try it out. So first meme, so it says, you can see what it says. This is very true. Our admin is actually not giving us constructive feedback, like any kind of like ways of improving our teaching right now. They are instead just giving us like praise when they come to view our classrooms, and I appreciate that. What my school email inbox would look like if each email was in paper form. I actually am not getting as many emails as some of my colleagues. I don't know if it's maybe I'm explaining my assignments better to my students, or if they just don't have any questions, or if they just aren't doing my work as much as they're invested in the other teachers' work and they have questions on it. I have no idea, but luckily my amount of emails is not as bad as this. There are still many emails, but once I like take care of her or read it, if I can, I'll just delete it. But I hate, for my teacher emails, I hate seeing like unread emails. Like I want to just get rid of them. Me, when one of my virtual students turns their camera on without me asking. So for my class, I have stopped asking for them to turn it on because it's just too much to keep asking them. And then some of them complain that the Zoom is lagging because their camera's on. So I kind of don't care anymore. I do, but I don't, you know? Me, when parents insist on scheduling conferences, even though we have nothing to discuss, and a guy's pointing at a stop sign. Luckily, I don't really have parents trying to schedule conferences with me. I think it might be because, sorry, I had to scratch my back. I'm a middle school teacher, and by the time like student gets to middle school, I feel like the parents kind of either like just let them go, like you figure it out, or they just think the student's responsible enough to get the work done and they don't need to talk to me. I don't know, but there are many students there are many parents during parent conferences, when we have parent conferences, that are surprised that their students have a pretty low grade. Which everything, like when I was in school, it's always like back in the day when I was in school. When I was in school, we did not have online access to view our grades all the time. At least not like high school, middle school, elementary for me. College, more so, yes, but still, like the teachers weren't updating the assignments as often. Like the students now, like these days, they're getting updates so fast, like over the weekend or maybe day to day, so they can see, oh, I didn't do very well on that assignment. Can I redo it? And they redo it. Anyone teaching during the pandemic, whether in person, virtually, or both simultaneously, this the lowest point in my life. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to a screen. It almost feels like I'm talking at a screen like I do on YouTube videos, which I'm used to that. And the same thing, I was talking about that earlier when I was doing a story on Instagram. I'm used to talking to a screen and no one replying, but it's weird when you're talking to a screen and you see other faces on the other side of the screen and there's no replying. That just makes you kind of feel like alone, like lonely. When I know a student is lying, but I allow them to finish before I pull out all of my receipts. Yeah, there's sometimes like I'll ask, like when we're in person, I'll ask students like, did you follow all my expectations when the sub was here? And they'll like kind of walk around the topic, and then they'll finally admit it, because then I'll say, well, the sub left me this note. When that one parent conference finally ends and everything suddenly makes complete sense, there are some parents that I'm like, oh, that's why your student's that way, because you're that way. I actually had a parent one time that was super invested in their daughter's math work and really wanted to be able to help her. And she was saying, I can't help her because I just don't understand how to do the math these days, the Common Core stuff. And I'm like, well, actually, this question, you can do it many different ways. You can go ahead and go over how you were taught with her and explain that to her the best you can, and she could do that. I'll still give her credit as long as we still come up with the same answer in the end. And so she's like, okay. And I was like, so what were you trying to explain to show her how you would solve this problem? And the mom did not know how to solve the problem, even her way. So I was like, that's why your student's struggling so much. You're trying to teach her because you think you know, but you really don't know. And I felt badly. And I tried to tell her to have the student come for after school tutoring. Did the student ever come? No. So there's only so much we can do. Me, when I boost and excuse a few grades to help out a failing student and it still doesn't make a difference, I did everything I could. That it sometimes feels like that because they have so many like zeros, which it just, 50% is an F. But if they don't do an assignment, like say the assignment's 10 points, 50, like an F would be 5 points, 5 out of 10. But do I go in and give them 5 out of 10? No, I give them a 0 because they didn't do it. But we're noticing that because we're giving so many zeros and they stand for a 0, 0, not like a 5 out of 10, then it's like a uphill battle for them to catch up and just see that F turn into maybe a D or a C. So, even the ones that are trying to get their work done now. There's some that like refer to other kind of teachers. This one, me trying to supplement my lousy teacher salary by starting an OnlyFans account. Twerk. I joke with my boyfriend about this. I would never make an OnlyFans account, but you hear about all the people making good money on that. I'm like, I want some money. Oh, this one is so true. Oh my gosh, it's not even funny. It's so true. Me, after sitting through yet another useless meeting, it was entirely unhelpful. Yeah, there's many meetings that, there's meetings that they have for you that could have been emails. That's so annoying. And then 2, when everything went virtual, they were having us do Zoom PDs, professional developments. So someone would come in and teach us how to use the website or whatever. But they weren't teaching us how to use the website. They were just like opening the website and saying like, you can do this. Oh, here is this. Here is this. They weren't explaining it well. They weren't really selling it to me. It was just like, it felt like such a waste of time. Like, it's like, give me the login, give me access, let me play around with it. I'll ask you if I have questions, because whatever you're doing right now is not helpful for me at all. I'd rather be grading. This one is so true in the pandemic, but also in person. When I have to read directions for the millionth time, but trying to be patient because parents are watching during remote teaching. This one is more so for remote teaching. But yeah, I try to be super patient, and I try to watch how I speak, like be super careful with how I speak on Zoom, because there's parents like right next to the kids, or there's like siblings, and you never know who's around watching. But I in person, I would be respectful to the students, but I might be a little bit more hard on like more strict with some students if we were in person. But I would call them out and I would just talk to them one-on-one, because on Zoom, you can't just talk to one kid. Like if you see a kid that's like in the freaking camera, which that happens, can I just take them aside and say, hey, so-and-so, please stop doing that. It's distracting. No, I have to say it to everybody. And that's one thing, like as far as classroom management goes, that you really shouldn't be doing. Okay, this one's good. Things teachers are thankful for this year. 1, the mute button. Yes, the mute button for sure. Because sometimes it's just like, at the beginning of the year, more so I had like students just like wanting to talk and not being, like not really following along with our Zoom. They just want to go off topic, which sometimes it happens. Like I do that too, but it's like, okay, that's enough. Like, let's move on. Okay, I have 2 more that I want to share. That one mom who is essentially taking your class with her child. Yes, so like I haven't seen parents that much like on Zoom, but like I'll be looking and like be on Zoom and there'll be like a shoulder of a mom, and like the student will unmute to ask like a question, and then you hear the mom go, ask her this. And I'm just like, you could ask me yourself, you're right there. So that is pretty hilarious. This last one, this one is not funny. This is too true and so annoying. When students turn in blank assignments in Google Classroom, please don't throw garbage at me. They turn in the assignment. They're like, turn in. Just because you click the turn in button doesn't magically make the assignment done. Just because you click the done button doesn't mean you're done with the assignment. Like they see that, they click that, they think this. I did the work. You didn't do anything. You didn't open the attachment. You didn't read the attachment. You didn't write on the attachment. You didn't resubmit that attachment. Or on the other hand, if you just click done, mark as done, maybe you didn't attach a picture of your work. That's been happening so much, and it's just very annoying. Very annoying. But anyways, I'm dealing with it the best I can. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those teacher memes, or you just enjoyed me going through and reacting to them. But I hope you have a great rest of your day 8, December 8th for Vlogmas, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.